Well, good morning, everybody. How are you? If you are new here, my name is Dawn. Welcome to Draw Tangles with Dawn. We are going to do this pattern today. It's Idoz. This is saved on my Pinterest page. So in my description box below, there is a link to Pinterest. You can get to my Pinterest if you want to look it up. It's just Idoz. First thing we do, where's my little pointy thing so I don't scratch anything? There we go. First thing we do is we do a teardrop. You can do as many teardrops as you want. The sample shows 4, but you can do 3, you can do 5, you can do 7, whatever you want to do. And then you do another teardrop with part of it a little bit behind. And then you turn your page and you do another teardrop with part of it behind. And then another teardrop again with part of it behind. And then on one side, pick a side, doesn't really matter, you do a sort of a feathering aura, right? And then you do the other side. The reason you want to do one side and then the other rather than doing both sides at once is just so that you can vary the shapes of the second one. And then you just keep going until you have it however full you want it to be. And then you embellish the middle. So there's a sample for that. And a sample doing it with like stripes or whatever you want to do in the middle. Okay. And today I thought I'd do something different because when I was shopping on Amazon Prime Day back in July, I purchased, excuse me, I gotta close my door. I forgot to close the door to my studio and I need to turn on my air because it is getting hot. Okay. I purchased a watercolor set from Grabby. I don't have the box. It looks like this. It's 100 different little watercolors. 100 is a lot. I swatched them. They look like this. There's a lot of good colors and a lot of, because there's 100 of them, there's a lot in one color family. Like if I wanted to do browns, there's a lot of good browns, right? If I want to do kind of purpley pinks, there's a lot of good purpley pinks. There's a lot, like if I just choose one row, they all go together, right? The greens, the yellows, the reds, and then down on the other one is kind of pastel-y colors, like they've been mixed already with a bit of white. And then there's a row of fluorescents. Look how fluorescent those are. That's crazy. And then I don't know if you can see it, but the rest of them are metallics. All of these are metallics. And I thought for the price of just a pan of metallics, I can get all of these. They were more than 50% off. I think they were like 60% off on Prime Day. They were a fantastic deal. They're already not a super expensive watercolor palette because I'm not going to do like fancy watercolor art. I just want it for like fun. And then I went ahead and swatched on black. And as you can see, the metallics are really shiny. But I was surprised at how well some of these others showed up. The fluorescents are not too bad on black. This is not watercolor paper, so the paper didn't absorb very well. But I was kind of surprised up here that you can actually see some of the regular colors as well. The dark ones don't show up. I didn't expect them to. You know, there's the black, the gray, but some of these lighter colors actually show up on black. I was kind of surprised with that. Anyways, that is what I purchased. And then I also purchased from them these tiny little detail brushes. How little those are. They go from a size 7 down to a 0.0000. Really small. So I'm going to use one of these, probably maybe this one, the 0. And I'm going to use that to draw with my paint. I don't know what color. This is a piece of watercolor paper. The edge is torn because I just tore it to put in my journal, my dot journals when I did my dot journals. This is in the way. That is in the way. When I did my dot journals, so yeah, I don't know what color I want to do. But anyways, I've got some water here. Got my piece of paper towel. And let's turn on the light so I get lots of light for me and for you guys. And we're just gonna go for it. I may cut this edge. Yeah, I think I'm going to. Where's my scissors? I'm just going to go ahead and cut this edge straight just because it's not the vibe I want for this artwork. I want it more of a straight edge. There we go. There we go. And does this watercolor paper have a texture on both sides? It's a little... Okay, we'll go this way. Go that way. I think I'm going to go with blues. I like this Prussian blue or indigo. Let's do the indigo. And we're just gonna, I've already kind of soaked those watercolor pans so that they get a little gooey. And we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna go for a teardrop shape. Need a little more water. Okay. Okay, that works. I think I might do more than 4 drops. I might do 5. Oop, which one am I doing? Not that color. Wrong color. Dipping into the wrong color. I want this color. Just like that. We're having a 5 petal Okay, and then I'm going to go with a different color for the next arm. Let's do the Prussian blue instead. Get it nice and juicy. Came with this little piece that you're supposed to put between the two layers to keep them. I'm going to use it as a mixing palette as well. Somebody in one of the reviews says it doesn't come with a mixing palette, but it comes with this plastic page. That is a perfectly good mixing palette. All right, so we're going to go to this side. And now this other side. Okay, and then we're going to go, just going to go down the row here. This one they call peacock blue. Like that. And then we're going to do one more color. And they're calling this one sky blue. I don't like going that close to the edge, but I did. I did it. Okay, so let's go in the middle. And I'm going to go to the other side of this color. They're calling this one ultramarine. It's getting dry. Okay, I like that. And then let's put some pearls. I'm going to put some pearls in this metallic blue. Leaving a little white space so I can come back and do a little highlight there. This is kind of fun. Something different, you know? It's always good to like change up your routine a little bit and do something different once in a while, just to get your juices flowing, right? Your creative juices. Do something different. Change your materials, change your style. Give yourself a limitation that you don't normally limit yourself, like limit yourself to a color palette. I need more water. Now a little more paint. But like, I'm not using a pen today, and that's, at one point it's freeing, and at another point it's super challenging for me, right? Okay. Now, I think I want to shade, but I want to be careful. I don't know if the paint is going to reactivate if I do this, so I'm going to do that. Just put the water with no paint, just to see what the paint will do that's already there. Not too bad. Okay, so then we're going to do a little gray. Just a little gray. Put a little gray in there. And we're going to let the gray just kind of do its thing with the water. And let it just kind of do whatever it's going to do. I should have put more just water. You know what? Maybe I'll get another brush for just water. Let me do that. Just water is going to go here and here. Here. There and there. Okay, and then we'll do the gray again. Just let it do what it's gonna do. There's no gray there anymore. I've used it all. Do I have enough water there? I'm not sure I do. I'll put a little extra water right there. Okay. That's a little too much water. I don't want that big of a drop. My paints are drying very fast. It is a hot, hot day today. Not as hot as one of my friends. One of my friends, he lives in Las Vegas, and he posted on his social media that at 2:30 in the morning, it was 100 degrees already. It never cooled off for him. How awful is that? Yuck. We got down into the 70s, but it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and like I said, I've had to turn my air on in the studio. It is hot. This paint doesn't seem to travel as much as some other paints that I've had in the water. It's okay, you just have to know what things do, you know? You have to know how much water to use. How much paint to use. So you got to play with your mediums. So I want to thank you guys for watching my videos. One of the ways I can afford to buy new art supplies is through my YouTube ad revenue. So I want to thank you guys for watching the ads. Or if you are a YouTube premium member, I do still get a small bit of ad revenue from that. So even though you get to skip the ads, I still get my portion. So thank you for that. I recently became a YouTube premium member, I don't know, a couple months ago. And the whole not listening to ads is well worth the, I don't know what it is. It's $10 a month or something. I thought that was going to be too expensive for me, that I wasn't going to be able to afford it, but you know, I just put it under my YouTube account for this channel, and because a lot of what I do for this channel is researching different patterns and watching other content creators so that I get inspired. I love to watch I watch Melinda Barlow, I watch Alina Light. That got all muddy. I'm not sure I like that. Let me get a piece of paper towel, and I will just soak that up right there on that line. I'm not sure I'm caring for the gray, but it's what I did. It's how I started, and I'm just playing. And since I'm just playing and experimenting, you know, you just got to do what you got to do to figure out what you like and what you don't like. And the only way to do that is to experiment. And I do all my experimenting online with you guys Uh, it's in real time. I don't edit things out. I don't decide, oh, I didn't like that, so I'm not going to post it. I don't do that either. Um, you know, I do my stuff, and it is what it is. Not sure I care for that. That is not making me happy. What do I want to do to fix that? I don't know. Let me, you know what, I'm going to do some black. Maybe make it a deep gray. Put some black in here between the pearls. That's better. Okay. That's better. Maybe I'll do a black background. Maybe the metallic black. That would look cool as a background, maybe. But yeah, it doesn't do you any good to try to get better at your art if you never try something new, you know? So I'm going to try things. I'm going to experiment. And when you guys watch my video, when you watched all the way through to the end, when you guys like and comment and share and subscribe, all of those things gives me a little extra income from YouTube, and that little extra income is what I use to buy new supplies. So I want to thank you guys for helping me purchase this new set of paints. Yeah, it needs the contrast. I like that. These are pretty good brushes. I like this little chunky bit here in the middle. That gives a nice handhold. It's comfortable on the hand. And it seems to make it so that I have a pretty good control over this brush. I would definitely recommend these brushes. Still on the fence for the watercolors, but like I said, I am not a watercolorist. This is not what I do for a living. I am just playing with colors because I got tired of doing colored pencils and markers. So I thought, you know what? Let's try watercolor. What the heck? I need a little bit more water. But I do feel like the contrast is nice. So perhaps okay. And then what about here on that part of these petals? I think I want to, let's put a little, let's see, what kind of colors? should I put there? What would go good? I'm going to do green. Okay, let's do just a blob of water and this light yellow olive green. Grab some of that. Throw some of that over here. Okay, that's an interesting combination of colors. Still not sure I like the gray, but it's growing on me. Okay, let's keep going with the light. The light olive yellow green. I need more water, just water. I go down into that gray. That's better. That's better. I think maybe I will go with different colors of greens. Should I start with this light one and go darker? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Like that didn't get enough water. This is not the best of watercolor paper either. This is probably a cut page from a kid's watercolor pad from, I don't know, Joann's or Michael's or Hobby Lobby or somewhere. I don't know where I got it. But I do know it's a kid's watercolor pad. It is not the best watercolor paper in the world. It's definitely not like cotton. It's no Fabriano, that's for sure. Okay. So now I want the next color green. Going down the row. Permanent green? Let's try try permanent green. It is also a very yellowy green. That doesn't look much different. Looks a little bit different, but not much different. Oop, that was way too much water. That's going to run where I don't want it to run. Okay, should I go to more of a dark green or should I go to more of a yellow? Since those are very yellowy green. If I go that way, that's going to be the wrong color. That says light green, but there is no way that's a light green. I don't care what they say. That is not a light green. That's definitely a turquoise blue. That is not a light green. Should I go down here into metallics? Should I go into olive? Should I do this candy green? No. I want to stick in the yellow greens. What to do, what to do? Maybe I'll mix a little putting green into this one. Okay, we'll just mix those two together. This two paintbrush thing is interesting. Never done that before. Seems to be working all right. That's working. Okay. If you're wondering, I put a drop of water on my palette there so I could pick up just a little bit of water. That needs a little more water. It's so dry. Just proves you don't need much water. That tiny little drop of water is all I'm using to get that to flow and to get a little bit more of a wet thing happening. That tiny little drop of water. Pretty amazing. Can you guys see anything? Am I off the page? Probably. Let me scooch back that way. You don't need to see my palette. You need to see what I'm doing. I just realized this one has more petals. I put an extra set of petals on there. No wonder I ended up off the edge. That's okay. Whatever. Whatever. Let's do a little. Let's mix a little green and that blue and get ourselves another color for this one. Because that's going to be a color that none of the others have. Okay, and then maybe we'll use a little of this olive. And I'm going to stick it in this other color because I still want it yellowy, but the olive is too dark. There we go. There we go. That's a good color. And while I'm doing this, I'm thinking that I think I want to put a dark background I think I'm going to go with the metallic black. Let's just go for it. I didn't wet the metallic black. Give me a second to get the metallic black wet. It needs to kind of soak in a bit. Oh, it's still a little soft on the edge where I tested it yesterday. Okay. Let's get a little blob of it out here. Need some more water to really get that activated. You can see the lumps. I don't want lumps. I'm going to start in the middle, work my way out. Now we're going to make ourselves a black background. So is it going to look like I've done this work on a piece of black paper? Yeah, it is. I'm going to end up making a mess on my background. Let's put this piece of scrap paper underneath there. Extra water. Scooch things around here. Come on, paint on that spot. Okay. I may end up using my hair dryer just a bit, just to dry this off. Ah! I'm putting my extra piece of paper, puddling it into my paint. That's not good. Still getting a little bit of a frog in my throat. I had a cold last week. I don't know if it was a cold. I don't know if it might have just been allergies from the fires and stuff in our area. We've had 2 brush fires since the last one I told you about. Mountains have been quite flamey. I think that's all it is just allergy, air pollution allergy. Instead of being in the green, we were in the yellow and into the orange for air quality. When we get into that part, my respiratory system just rebels something fierce. But it has been a dry summer. Although today we got the possibility of thunderstorms today. So if we're going to have thunderstorms and cloud cover, it would be nice if it would actually rain. Just to give the plants in the mountains something to, oops, I'm out of paint. One more little drip of paint. Give the plants in the mountains a little chance to moisten up a little bit. Bring down that Fire danger. Fire danger right now is in the red. Absolutely in the red. I think Mount Baldy is still closed for I think the fire is pretty much out up there. But I think the trails and stuff are still closed, and the streets are closed up there. Okay. All right. I got the metallic black in the background. That looks different. I'm not sure I 100% like it. I think I need some highlights. I'm going to try highlights with the watercolors. If that doesn't work, if it's not enough for me for what I want, then I will I'll use pen. But I'm going to start with the metallic yellow. I need to get some of these wet because I wasn't planning on using them, so I didn't get them moist. And I think this one, metallic white. Oh, that one's softening better than the yellow. Well, we'll let the yellow soak a little bit, and I'll use the white. Let's use the metallic white for highlights on my little pearls. That worked. Okay. And I'm going to try two things. We're going to try metallic white up here. Like this. Like that. And then I'm going to try the metallic yellow down further. Instead of the white, because I don't think I want it that white. But I want it a little lighter. I want to try to get rid of some of that deep gray. I'm not sure I like the deep gray. So we're gonna put a little yellow over the top and see what it does. I know watercolors are not meant to be, like opaque, like acrylics. But you know what? We're just gonna experiment and see what happens. See if that lightens that up just enough for me to feel better about it. A little more water. Because it's sparkly, I think it'll sit on top. Okay, so my battery went dead. This is it. This is what you get for today. I'm going to stitch these two videos together. I don't know what got cut off. I do not have time to put my signature because I'm going to run out of juice here. but I turned it off, turned it back on. It's giving me 30 seconds here to give you a final product. So that doesn't look too bad. It's kind of weird with the metallic background. I'm not sure I like it. I may go back through with just plain black and fix that. But I'm not going to do it on camera because I don't have enough juice. All right. I will see you guys on the next video, whenever that is. Apparently, oh, I'm doing this on Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to everybody. And yeah, I don't know why my camera did what it did. It's now not telling me that I'm out of juice. So I don't know. I don't know. What the heck happened? Anyways, I'm going to fix this. I think I want the regular black and not the metallic black. The metallic black is a little too much for the background. It looks like just silver. Looks like graphite, and I don't like it. I want it darker. So what I'm going to do is go back over it with a dark black, or I may go over it with a pen. I may just go over it with a pen. And then I will put a finished product on my Instagram. So go over to Instagram and check me out over there. Or go to my Facebook page. Anything I post on Instagram also goes on my Facebook page. So you get sneak peeks over there. So if you want to see something before it's on the video, check out my Instagram. That's where you'll find what I'm doing as I'm doing it. And yeah, you guys have a blessed day. I will see you on the next video. Happy Labor Day weekend to you. And I will see you guys on the next video, whenever that is. All right. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.